Hey everybody, it's Reese. So I have hit that start and stop button on Pastor's cell phone probably 15 times. Because every time I start making a video, the cat meows, another cell phone rings, somebody tries to call preacher and I'm using his phone because I don't have enough storage space in my phone to use it. And so I start and stop. And I'm just losing at this. But that's okay because our assistant pastor, Brother Todd Dunmore, invited me to speak to you ladies and men or whoever wants to listen to me, probably after this, nobody, and just share something that's on my heart and just anything that I wanted to. And that's kind of scary. He's taking a big risk. So about 5 weeks ago, I spoke at a ladies conference, like a little ladies meeting, and their theme was winning. So I decided to speak on I'm on the winning side. So I'd like to talk to you just for a couple minutes on winning. Maybe during this time, the coronavirus time, I don't even like saying coronavirus. I'm so tired of that word, coronavirus. I didn't even heard about it until just when this whole thing started a month ago, coronavirus. I'm the coronavirus at our church right now, the singer, because I've been singing all the time because nobody else can come because it's quarantine. We're on lockdown. So that was I don't know why I added that. But anyways, I want to talk to you about them on the winning side. So if you're stuck at home and you're thinking, oh, when is this thing ever going to end? It's going to be my life the whole time. You got to remember you're on the winning side. You're not on the losing side. Right now, you might think that you're on the losing side. Maybe you have all your kids and you're stuck at home, or you're with your husband, or maybe you're by yourself and you're with your cat or dog, or maybe you're just with nobody. But you do have the Lord with you. So that will never happen. But you're just like, oh, is this thing ever going to end? Well, I'm here to tell you right now on the Sunday afternoon that this will end. Your kids will go back to school eventually. This will end. People will quit dying of the coronavirus, and we will go on. Just like in China, they're winning now. So we're just on the losing side right now. But anyways, so I have a couple points I want to give you, actually 5 or 6. Don't be like, oh no, 5 or 6, they're 20 minutes long, we'll be here forever. No, I'll just go through them real fast. So number 1, if you're going to win, you have to control your thoughts. Your brain is divided up into 2 sections. Negative side, positive side. The negative side is overwhelmed, stressed, anxious, angry, frustrated. The positive side of your brain is feeling loved, caring, creative, playful, appreciative, and happy. So you have 2 sides of your brain, and it's going to be up to you when those thoughts enter if you're going to keep them in the negative side or the positive side. So you have to control your thoughts. We need to learn to control our thoughts. We have 12 to 60,000 thoughts each day. 80% of our thoughts are negative. And most of these negative thoughts reoccur. When you have a negative thought, and it comes at the negative side of your brain, you have to reroute it. And when I say reroute those negative thoughts, you have to turn them into something good. If you just let that negative thought go into your brain and you think it and it stays there, it's just going to keep coming back. So for instance, if you're like, oh, I was asked to speak and I'm so scared and I just don't know if I can do this. And that's just the negative side. Like, I know I can't do it. No, I'm not. I'm going to say no. The positive side would say, you know what? I might be scared half to death to make a video. I might be afraid to stand in front of a group of ladies and talk or just anything, but you know what? I'm going to help one person. That's the positive part. I'm going to be good at this. I'm going to make something positive out of this, and I'm going to help one person. So that's the positive side. So you have to reroute those negative thoughts. Say goodbye, negative. So anyway, so that's good. If you're going to win, you got to control your thoughts. Number 2, if you're going to win, then you can't feel sorry for yourself. You can't say, oh, I'm just here by myself, or I'm here with the kids, or I'm here with the dog, and nobody loves me, boo-hoo. There is so much you can do. Get out a piece of paper and pencil and an envelope. Start writing people, thanking them for the things they've done in your life. You could just call people. You could text people. You can make a little video and send it out on Facebook. Or there's so many things you can do. You could make something and go knock on the door and lay it on your neighbor's porch. And then run away so you don't have to connect with them during this time if you're afraid you're going to get sick or anything. But you can't feel sorry for yourself. You got to get over it. Get over feeling sorry for yourself. Say, this is happening in my life, the coronavirus, or I've been hurt, somebody hurt me. You don't know what they said to me. You don't know what they did. You don't know what they said behind my back. You got to get over it. You know, if you're a Christian, you cannot hold grudges, and you have to be able to forgive and get over it. Well, Miss Reese, you just don't know what they said about me, and they hurt me this way. Get over it. I have been hurt so many times in the ministry as a pastor's wife, and if I didn't get over it and say, God, just forgive me for these feelings and these thoughts and these things that are going through my brain, help me to reroute them, I would just go crazy. You know, I would run away to some island and just be by myself. But you know what? You have to get over it. You got to remember, heaven is your home. And, you know, one of the things that kind of gets me is that, like, I'm here and maybe my husband's here now and I still have to do all the housework. It's like, okay, can you help me with the laundry? Can you help me with the dishes and the trash? You're here now. You're closed up. You're locked down with me. So let's do this. And I just want to feel sorry for myself. Like, I got to do all this stuff, you know, and so I got to get over it and not feel sorry for myself. But my husband has been helping out. So that's good. And you got to remember, heaven is our home. It's our resting place. This is just this is a pause in our life right now. So we are here with imperfect people. So get over it and just go on. If you're close to the Lord and you have a relationship with the Lord every day and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, then you'll just get over it and you won't have any hard feelings towards anybody. I promise. That is one of the biggest things when I talk with people, especially ladies. They'll say, well, you don't know what they did with me. They didn't say they were sorry. It's get over it. Just grow up and just go on your way and be happy and be positive and find something good out of the situation. So if you're going to win, you have to control your thoughts, number one. If you're going to win, you're going to need to not feel sorry for yourself. Number three, if you're going to win, you need to keep your mouth closed. Okay, this is something that I've just learned over the last couple years. I'm not perfect at it at all. I am 55, 56, 57. I don't know how old I am. But I know that I'm over 50, and I know I'm over 55, so I never know how old I am. I don't really care about my age. But you got to keep your mouth closed. And, you know, all the way up until probably just the last couple years, I had a problem with my mouth. My husband would say something, I'd mouth off, or, you know, especially when we're just here by ourselves. Sometimes in your home, and it's just you and your husband or your kids, you think that you can just mouth off and say anything. But really, as a Christian, you're not supposed to. You know, your husband deserves the same response. Your children deserve the same response. Anybody that's in your home, you shouldn't feel comfortable enough just to respond and just say whatever you want, talk about somebody or be negative or scream or tell your husband to shut up or call him names. You know, sometimes it's fun to call each other names if they're sweet names, but when they're like just these names that are negative, like you're stupid, shut your mouth, and that should never come out of a Christian's mouth. So keep your mouth closed. And I know it's hard. You need to just shut up. That's, you know, there's a lot of scripture about keeping your mouth closed, you know. So anyways, one of the things I like is don't repeat it, delete it. You don't need to repeat anything. You just need to delete it. Just like in your inbox, you know, delete all them files, just delete it, send it goodbye. In Ephesians 4:23, it says, let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth. Titus 3:2 says, speak evil of no man. So if we're going to win in life, we're going to be on the winning side. We got to control our thoughts. Don't feel sorry for yourself. If you're going to win, you need to keep your mouth closed. That's a real good one, especially for me. Put a lock on it, a buckle. So number 4, if you're going to win, then you need to learn to forgive and ask for forgiveness. You need to let it go. Let it go. Let it go. I don't even know how that song goes, but my granddaughter McKenna she used to sing that song, Let It Go. So anyways, if you're going to win, you need to learn to forgive and ask for forgiveness. Don't be so proud that you can't ask for forgiveness, even if it's not your fault. So my husband and I got in a little fuss the other day over something really stupid. I didn't know how to open the side door of the van because I'm never in the van. We always drive separately all the time, basically. And he was just like, it's right there. Can't you see it? And I was like, I don't want to hit the wrong button. If I hit the wrong button, then you're going to be mad at me and you're going to say, well, can't you find the button? And so I was like, not, he goes, well, you can look at the chart over the dashboard and see it on the ceiling of the car, what button to hit. And we got in a fight over that. I mean, all the way to drop off food on my bus route for the coronavirus, do something good. And the devil used that little stupid thing. I mean, it was so stupid. And, we got all the way out to my bus route, got ready to go on. It was really both of our faults. But I said, hey, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I should have just hit that button and, tried to figure it out. But you have to ask for forgiveness. You can't be like, well, I'm not going to forgive him unless he says he's going to forgive me and I'm sorry and all this. You just got to let it go. Ephesians 4:32 says, and be ye kind one to another, tenderhearted, forgiving one another, even as Christ hath forgiven you. It says, be ye kind one to another. Not just the church members, not just the people at work, just not the people at school, people at the store, for anybody. It says, forgive everyone. Be you kind one to another, everyone. No one's exempt from that. So I'm saying a lot because I love So it's my first talk, so it's like my word. So anyways, so Ephesians 4:2, we'll go back to that. Christ forgave you. And, you want to be able to go to him and say, Jesus, forgive me for saying that, for doing that. I've sinned. And you need to be the first person. I don't even wait. I don't let the sun go down on my wrath. So, so if we're going to win, we need to learn to forgive and ask for forgiveness. I forgive everybody. I don't hate anybody. I love everyone. So number 5, if you're going to win, then never assume anything. This is one of the biggest things that I see on Facebook, social media, people assuming things. One time my brother-in-law and I were walking up a hill and people were like, well, why is she with him? It's like, we just did it, because it's my brother-in-law. And so I remember like holding hands and I'm like, people probably were assuming like, oh, what's going on here? But I didn't care. But so never assume anything. Basically, assumptions are evil surmising. 1 Timothy 6:4 says that we shouldn't assume anything. You should always look at the positive, and you can look that up. I'm not going to spend time looking 1 Timothy 6:4 up, but that's a really good verse to look up on assuming. One time I was in Israel, and when I take people to Israel Holy Land tours, I never go swimming. I always watch their stuff while they're swimming, and the ladies usually wear baggy shorts and tank tops with their bathing suit underneath, and the guys will wear a shirt with long swimming trunks, and I'll just watch them and take pictures and let them have fun, like when they swim in the Sea of Galilee. Well, one time I was there, and there was a lifeguard there, and he goes, hey, ma'am, there's a beautiful Sea of Galilee wedding just around the cove. Just take 5 minutes. Would you want to get on my boat? And I told everybody, and they're like, sure, do it, Reese. So I got on his boat, and it was like a little kayak canoe boat. And he was the lifeguard, and he was still being able to watch the beach at the same time, but he just took me over that little cove. Well, some people took some pictures of me with this man on a boat, this lifeguard, and they put it on social media. Well, the thing is, all you could see was me and this man, this lifeguard, on a boat. But right before it was the beach with all these people swimming and some people up on the beach. And people started assuming stuff like, wow, she's with this group and she's with this guy, this lifeguard, and she's on the water. But actually, we were just kind of going out further in the water, looking over the cove, and it was the most beautiful wedding. I started seeing pictures and how it was decorated and stuff, and I loved it. But the thing is, never assume anything. It's none of your business usually anyways, but we assume things. Don't assume that, hey, my husband's sick and I put it on social media. Some people aren't on social media. Some people never see the post, never see the comments, and like, oh, Miss Reese or Pastor never said anything. That's because they didn't see it and they didn't know it. Call them. Say, hey, my husband's in the hospital. would you come and see them? Don't assume that they'll see that, because it's not going to work. So number 6, so let me go over these real quick. If you're going to win, control your thoughts. If you're going to win, don't feel sorry for yourself. Number 3, if you're going to win, keep your mouth shut. Number 4, if you're going to win, then learn to forgive and ask for forgiveness. Number 5, don't assume, never assume anything. Number 6, if you're going to win, then choose happy. Shine your countenance. Your face is your light. Eye contact. And this is so important. Like, you can go into a restaurant, everybody's got their, not everybody, but 90% of the people, they'll have their cell phones out, and nobody looks up, or they'll look up for a second, then they'll look up at you, and then they'll look back down. And you know what? That is not why we are here. We are here to interact with people. When I go into a restaurant, I just want to tell everybody, go by their table when I'm being seated and take their phone and put it down and say, pay attention to your friend or your husband or your wife or whoever you're sitting with, and put that phone down. That can be for later or something, but not while you're at a restaurant, this important date night, and you're on your phone. And then you give the kids, you give your kids a phone, and you don't even talk to them and have family time, and you're paying for this meal. And I'm like, gee, people need to see your eyes. You know, when somebody's talking to you, don't be on your phone looking at it. Stop what you're doing. Say, I'm sorry, but I need to talk to Reese right now. She's right here, and it's important. And make eye contact and let them know that you care about them, and they're the most important thing right then and there. That's real important. So your countenance, when you're choosing happy, hi, everybody. I'm glad you're here. So that's real important, to make eye contact. I'm making eye contact. Hi. So that's number 6. So I got one more point, and I got 7 points. I could be a preacher right now. I'm just kidding. So remember, if you're going to win at this thing called life, if you're going to win, number 1, control your thoughts. Number 2, don't feel sorry for yourself. Number 3, keep your mouth shut, close, zipper, buckle. Number 4, if you're going to win, learn to forgive and ask for forgiveness. Number 5, never assume anything. Number 6, choose happy by your face, your countenance, smile. Eye contact is so important for anybody, even your little 2-year-old up to the senior citizens. Everybody needs eye contact. Let them see your face. And number 7, if you're going to win, then love everyone. This is the most important thing that you can do, is love everyone, no matter what. Give up yourself, surrender to your flesh. John 13:34 says, a new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another as I have loved you, that ye also love one another. So I'll end with this. Number 7 is love everyone if you're going to win. I have no problem telling people I love them. I will tell anyone that I know, not complete strangers, but people at church, or when I talk to somebody, the people that I work for, my clients, they know I'm going to say, hey, thanks for letting me work with you. Thanks for letting me come into your home. I love you. And they say it back. I mean, these people that, I'm not even their family. I work for them and I clean their house, but they know that I love and I care for them, and I know that they love me. So one time I was going to work, and it was early in the morning. I get to one of my houses, and these people are my richest people that I work for. Very wealthy, very sweet couple. And I was pulling in the driveway, and they have a little round driveway, and they're like multimillionaires, but they don't act like it. So I'm pulling in, and it's like 7:15, 7:20 in the morning, and I park the car and get out. All of a sudden, this car comes down from the driveway, from their 4-car garage, and they stop. And I was like, oh no, I'm just kind of still waking up in the morning and getting my wits about me. And they jumped out of the car. One of them grabbed me on this side. One of them grabbed me on this side. They grabbed me, and then they kissed me each. And then they got back in the car, and they said, we love you. Have a good day. And I'm like, oh, are you serious? So I love that. And that's because I think I've chosen to be happy and positive while I'm there, no matter what. And I just always tell them I love them and care for them. And so it's just real important, if you're going to win, that you love everybody. Just let them know, because you never know when the last moment is, the last time you'll be able to tell that you can tell them that you love them. So anyways, I hope you like this little talk on I'm on the winning side. So number 1, control your thoughts. Number 2, don't feel sorry for yourself. Number 3, if you're going to win, keep your mouth closed. That's my biggest one too. 4, if you're going to win, learn to forgive and ask for forgiveness. Number 5, if you're going to win, never assume anything. Number 6, if you're going to win, choose happy. Happy. And number 7, if you're going to win, love everyone, love yourself, love the Lord, love your family. Just show love, because that's what Jesus did. So anyways, I hope you were able to understand me for my first little lesson talk, and stay safe out there and know that I love you. And if you need me for anything, you need me to pray with you, I can do that. So just have a good day. See ya. Choose happy. Bye.